ready to add a touch of French country charm to your home with these 4 stunning shabby chic projects. Welcome to the Chic Show. You can also find me on lachicshop.com as well as Instagram and Facebook. For the first project, I'm going to be using the Spring Melody Paint Inlay by IOD, Dixie Belle Chalk Paint and Buttercream, and this little wood block from Dollar General. I failed to hit record, but I painted the wood block with the buttercream chalk paint and let it dry. Then I went back and gave it another coat of buttercream, and while it was still wet, I cut out one of the Spring Melody inlays and I spritzed it with water, which is where you'll see here, and I placed it down into that wet paint. I'm going to dab away the excess water and I'm going to set it aside and let it dry completely. Once it was dry, I spritzed it again with more water and then gently pulled away that backing paper. I used some air dry clay in IOD's roses mold and cast 1 rose and 2 leaves. I'm painting this with some acrylic gold paint. Once they were dry, I'm placing them onto this little wood piece, and I did trim away some of the leaves to make them fit the way I wanted them to. I then used some hot glue and attached my roses to the wood piece. Now I'm going to go back with some antique gold rub and buff just to rub over the details of the rose and the leaves to give it a little bit more depth. And now with the gold paint pen, just because I have a little bit more control with this pen than I do the brush, I'm going around the edges. For this next French country look, I'm using this thrifted wood spoon, fusion paint in Chateau, and part of an IOD transfer that I had in my scrap stash. I believe it's the Botanical Anthology. I'm going to paint the entire spoon with the fusion paint. I'm going to use the rub-on transfer and I'm going to place it down on the spoon and use my transfer tool to transfer the image. Clearly I should have cut this into sections, but I didn't. I did make some relief cuts here and there to help me as I transferred each different section, but I would recommend cutting this into sections because you can piece it right back together just like a puzzle. And of course, here's my ever loyal helper. I am using that backing paper just to burnish down all of the transfer to make sure it is adhered nicely. I'll use my finger sander to sand gently over the image just to make sure that it is burnished down, and also it kind of helps it to look like it's always been part of this piece. I embellished it with a coffee stained ribbon and some lace for a shabby chic look. This is a picture that I thrifted not long ago, and I'm going to be painting the entire piece, the frame and the inside, with black chalk paint. I'm using Waverly in ink. This transfer is from the Brocante transfer book by IOD, and I'm just deciding exactly what part I want to show on this piece, and then I will trim it down accordingly. Now this one you can place on in one piece. You don't have to cut it in any sections or anything because it is a flat piece. So I'm just using my transfer tool to transfer that image over to the frame. Once it's transferred, I am going to pull up that backing paper, and then I will burnish over the transfer with that paper to make sure that everything is adhered down to the canvas. I think this is beautiful just as it is, but I wanted to add a little something extra at the bottom. So I chose another little piece of a transfer from that same brocante transfer book, and I am transferring over the word rose to this little piece of drop cloth, and then I'm going to adhere that to the bottom of the frame. I'm using that sanding sponge just to go over my transfer. I'm going to add my drop cloth label using some hot glue. As with any transfer, you do need to seal it, so I am using DIY's Big Top. I then decided this piece was too black, so I'm going to be adding some gold rub and buff around the edges of the frame. This will kind of bring out the details of the frame as well. And I'm just using an old brush, and I'm kind of dry brushing it on. It's not going to be completely gold. This last French country idea today is inspired by Julie's Designs and Signs. I saw her do something like this quite a while ago, and I thought I would try it myself. This is just soap that I got from Dollar Tree. It is plain on the top. It doesn't have any indentions or labeling or logos or anything, so it's perfect for this project. I'm using the Insignia Stamps by IOD, and I chose a little frame that I wanted to go on this soap, and I'm using a black ink pad that is from Hobby Lobby. That came out perfectly. So now I'm going to use one of the letters from the same stamp set. I chose an M for my name, and I'm going to stamp that in the middle of the frame. My second bar of soap, or you could just flip it over and do it on the other side and have two different looks. I'm using that same Insignia stamp set. I chose a different frame, and I am going across horizontal this time, adding that same M, but I didn't like the way this one's stamped, so I decided to wipe it off. I just used a baby wipe and wiped it right off. It is soap, so it is very easy to wipe off. Once I have that cleaned up, I'm ready to restamp. Instead of black ink this time, I'm using the Prussian blue from Hobby Lobby. Place the blue soap on this tiny little plate that was my mother's, and I'm tying on some jute twine, and I'll add a little bit of greenery. I'm just showing you some other ideas of how you might display your soap. These are all thrifted ceramic pieces that I have found in recent thrifting adventures. I truly hope that I have inspired you to create your own shabby chic or French country looks. I would love to know which one of the projects today you like the most, or which one fits into your decor the most. I hope you'll check out my new website where you can find things that I have thrifted and things that I have made over. If you're looking for more inspiration, be sure and check out this video right here. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.